Hi folks, I'm Joe Dalto with Z-Band Technologies, and this is video number 2 in our ZTV installation training series. In our last video, we gave you an introductory overview and really addressed what you need to know before deciding to continue with this training. If you're going to install a Z-Band RF system, you gotta have the right tools, and that's what we're talking about today. Tools are awesome, tools are cool, but there's nothing like having the right tool for the job. And installing a Z-Band RF distribution system does require some specific tools. Here are a list of the items you may require at time of installation. First up is a coax signal amplifier. These guys can come in handy in a number of different ways, but the bottom line is anytime you don't have enough signal at the head end, amplification is required. Now our current amplifier of choice is this Toner 35 dB amplifier. There are smaller amps out there, but we'd rather you have more power than not enough. Also, most amplifiers in the 10 dB range don't usually have a slope feature like this unit does. Slope is a fine-tuning adjustment that helps us get the flat level that our system needs. We need it because our system automatically makes adjustments to slope as needed. So we have a flat signal feeding our system. Once again, that signal level we're always looking for when feeding a master video hub is 20 dB MV flat when it comes to a coaxial input. Next up, probably the most familiar piece of equipment to you is the coaxial splitter or combiner. Great for splitting a coax feed at the head end to create a test point for checking signal levels or combining multiple coaxial feeds into one. Splitters come in many different sizes, 1x2, 1x3, up to a 1x16. Just be aware that adding any kind of splitter to the system will attribute some small amount of signal loss. But sometimes when you're in a pinch and you don't have a barrel attenuator on you, like one of these, we'll talk about those next, a splitter may give you just the 2 to 3 dB pad you were looking for. Speaking of barrel attenuators, that's our next item on the list. In our previous video, we talked about the importance of having the proper signal level at the head end before we even get to the Z-Band system. These little babies can sometimes be the fine-tuning adjustment you need to get that perfect 20 dB MV flat signal we're always looking for. Great for attenuating the output of a modulator or an amplifier. They come in a variety of sizes from 1 dB pads to 20 dB pads, and you can even combine multiple barrel attenuators to get the perfect signal level. Pro tip, don't be afraid to run your amplifiers and modulators a little hot and then use barrel attenuators on the output of these items to fine-tune the dB level. This can really help with signal noise, which can greatly affect picture quality. Using the internal attenuation on a modulator can degrade the signal quality, and that could have a negative effect on the mirror. Modulators and mirror are something we're going to cover in another video, so if you don't know what either of those things are, don't worry about it. Just make sure you have a good assortment of barrel attenuators on hand for the job. Anytime you're working with a system that was designed with single mode fiber, you may need some fiber attenuation, which is our next item. With fiber systems, it's a common practice of ours to specify larger transmitters so we can attenuate down to the proper signal level. This also helps to future-proof customers that may plan for future build-out. It's important to know that any video hub with a built-in fiber receiver will require a -2 dB fiber signal to operate properly. In most cases, you can apply your attenuation at the head end between the fiber transmitter and the fiber coupler, but if you get to the data closet, where your video hub is located and you have a discrepancy between fiber runs, a fiber attenuator may be just what the doctor ordered. So everything we just covered were items that may be required at time of install and are always good to have on hand for potential maintenance of the system as things change over time. Lastly, the must-have staple to any RF system toolkit are your meters. These are the tools you'll need for any Z-Band install and for regular maintenance of the system. Our first meter is a fiber meter. Anytime you're dealing with a fiber backbone, you're going to need a fiber meter. We don't really have a manufacturer preference here, but your fiber meter should have a good dynamic range. The meters our techs use work in the range of -50 to +25 dBm, and they should support a wavelength of 1310 nanometers. Any unit working within that range should be sufficient. The absolute must-have tool is a digital RF meter. If you happen to already have an RF meter, please be aware it must be capable of measuring dB levels and signal quality. Specifically, it has to read MIR or MER, which stands for Modulation Error Ratio, or what we refer to as signal to noise. The better your MIR, the better your picture quality. With all Z-band systems, your mirror should be 36 dB or greater. Now, mirror is specific to digital systems, so if you're still dealing with an analog system for some reason, please give us a call. It's time to talk about an upgrade. Well, that about wraps it up. I hope you got some good information out of this video. Thanks for watching, and if you're new to the channel, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys again next time. Do I need any makeup? This water is good. Wait a minute, I gotta hit the play button. If you're going to, sorry. That's our next item. Is that loud?